What else we got?
You want to talk about the Bad Batch?
Yes. So today it was. I'm really glad that they dropped this today and not like tomorrow, where it was like the day after our live show.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is Disney is obviously watching Jedi Enclave live, and they're very meticulously planning their trailers around our release schedule, which is very kind. It pays off to be a shill, is all I'm saying. So it was a quick trailer. There's not a ton in it, even.
There's not a ton of new stuff, especially.
Right, and it's not worth going through with a fine tooth comb. But there are a couple of cool moments. I remember, like, they kind of have like a. Did you watch any of the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies?
A little bit. Yeah.
You know how they start off on like a mission on a planet, and then it's going wrong. It's kind of like how this opens up. They're like on this beach planet, and it's like they're on a mission, and then
they're running with the thing, and
which is cool. Sid makes another appearance. I think she's kind of like the main plot device throughout Bad Batch. She did that in season 1.
She's the one who finds jobs for
them. Yeah. So she gives the missions, and then every week it's a new thing and everything. There's a Jedi appearance, which we already knew.
Oh yeah,
because they
the fucking Wookiee Jedi. Like, what's more terrifying than a Wookiee? What's more terrifying than a Jedi?
Yeah.
Put them together.
Yes. And this, of course, the Jedi is we've seen as a Padawan in the Clone Wars, where he goes on an adventure with some other other younglings to Ilum to get his like lightsaber and shit. So it's cool that he's still alive. Probably won't stay that way for long because we've got to keep the number of active Jedi low, and there's another appearance of like Rex is in another thing.
He's hiring him to do a job or something.
Right, which makes a total sense. Because
I know Rex is working with the rebellion at this point, right?
And it makes like I would have him in here too if I was writing it. The one thing, so there's like a quick Palpatine cameo, and I don't think that we're supposed to read into this thinking that he's going to be a big part of it.
No, like Palpatine has much better things to do with his time than worry about 4 or 5 clones.
Yeah, and I think he probably won't even have as big of a role as he had in like the last season of Rebels, even, which was like he's kind of has a surprisingly big role.
He probably just appears in some propaganda videos,
or they have like a meeting in the Senate,
or like mumbling something ominously to an admiral or something.
There's a neat thing between who's the sniper guy,
Crosshair,
the guy that goes bad, Crosshair, where he's talking to an Imperial, and they're talking about how there are more and more clones questioning their orders to kill the Jedi, and how like the Crosshair's like, well, they're fucking traitors, and I'm not a traitor. Don't look at me like that. I'm not a traitor. Which it's like, okay, so you're probably also questioning the whole Order 66 thing at some point. I bet. I see Crosshair back with the Bad Batch before the end is all said and done.
Probably, but I feel like they'd have to do some work for that, given the way that like at the end of season 1, Crosshair was like, I actually do believe in the Empire. Yeah. Like I this isn't just because of the chip. I want to be here.
Yeah, I think that's going to change. I think you'll see more and more that it's kind of bad. And
I feel like there would have to be something the Empire does that directly threatens him to get him to change.
Well, I think that they're not going to need him anymore.
Yeah, because he's like very self-motivated and self-interested.
Yeah, I think they're going to be like, why are we wasting time with this guy? He's a relic of the past. We don't need clones anymore. Yeah. Decommission him, and he's going to be like, you
fuck
motherfuckers. Yeah, I was on your side. God damn it. So I really want to quickly, before we move on to this, I want to remind everyone of. There's also kind of a thread they leave hanging at the end of season 1, which is to me the most interesting thing of the whole show. I watched the whole show. Like, I didn't think it was bad.
It's fine. It's perfectly serviceable Star Wars.
Right. I wasn't like excited for the next one or anything, but they did start laying some groundwork for some old Legends stuff that people would be really interested in the last episode. Like more specifically, if you are like aware of the Timothy Zahn series, like the old one, not the new Timothy Zahn series, like the old Thrawn trilogy.
Yeah.
Where they find this crazy clone of a Jedi, and
Joruus C'baoth or whatever.
Yeah, and close enough. And there's this secret facility that the emperor had to clone things.
Oh yeah, because they grabbed the one Kaminoan.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
exactly.
lady.
Right. And what it looks like in the show, like at the end, they bring her to like a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
That facility is a mountain in the books, and it looks like how it's described in the books.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is going to tie into Mandalorian season 3 at some point. At least a part of like the cloning.
Dr. Pershing's jacket has the little Kaminoan symbol on it.
There's some synergy between Bad Batch. I think that people aren't expecting with Mando season 3. I don't think it's going to be huge, but I think that they're going to start having to lay the groundwork for this cloning thing that they're setting up, which is probably eventually going to lead to Snoke. Which I'm like,
I mean, they have to.
Yeah, it's right. It's canon, so like they've got to figure out how to make it work and everything. In fact, they did this with was it Shadows of the Sith, the Luke Skywalker Lando adventure?
Oh yeah,
where they retcon as much stuff as they can to make Rise of Skywalker make sense. And it's because like some stuff when you think about it just doesn't, like they're kind of glaring plot holes and everything.
Like the fucking cavalry charge on the surface of the Death Star.
Well, that's not
Star Destroyer.
That's not so much a plot hole as it is just
just fucking stupid.
How did that happen? Yeah. So I think that they're laying groundwork to make everything a little bit more cohesive as a story.